Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Eternity here, and welcome back to another Catch a Monster video. And in case you guys don't know, I stream Catch a Monster a lot here on YouTube, and I get a ton of questions from new players on what exactly they should be doing or if I have any tips for them. And that's where today's video comes into play, as I'm going to give you 5 tips as a beginner to help you better understand the game. And if you enjoyed today's video and want to support the channel, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. And if there is enough support on this video, I will make another video giving even more tips for Catch a Monster. Now let's get into it. The first tip is probably the most important on this list, and that is to use the codes that the developers provide you in game. If we take a look at the game news, you can see right now there are a total of 4 different codes we can use. The current codes that can be used in game are Void Orb, Sunforge, Thunderjet, and Cyber. These codes can give you really good rewards such as eggs to hatch really powerful monsters. You can also get gear and even risks from them. And to enter codes, there's going to be a gift icon found in the top right corner of the game. Once you click that gift icon, you can then enter your code and get some very cool rewards. For example, the code Sunforge gives you 5 Sunforge eggs, which can give you some really good monsters early on. The Sunforge egg has a total of 6 different monsters inside of it, and all 6 of these are really good and will help carry you through the beginning of the game. I'm also going to put the official Catch a Monster Discord in the description of this video, as they also put exclusive codes on there sometimes too. And if you're watching this video a couple of weeks after it's been posted, these codes have probably expired, but don't worry, you can always check the in-game news, the official Catch a Monster Discord, or even my YouTube shorts here on my channel. The game is constantly updating with new codes, so be sure to check these sources regularly for the newest codes available. The next tip I'm going to give you is to go to the newest island that has been added to the game and to gather eggs. This is a really helpful tip for new players because if you go gather eggs and hatch them, you're going to get some really powerful monsters for the beginning of the game. And in order to get to the different islands, you're going to need to defeat Akron here on the Beach of Starter Island and capture it. Once you capture Akron, you can then equip it as an in-game mount and use it to swim to the newest island in the game, which at the time of recording this video is going to be Spirit Grove. We're going to go ahead and mount up on our newly captured Akron, and you can see that he is really slow on land. But luckily, he is a lot faster in the water, and this is how players are going to be able to reach the different islands of the game. And like I said, we're going to swim to Spirit Grove because this is where we can get some eggs that are going to have some really good monsters for the beginning of the game. Once you make it to Spirit Grove, the eggs are always going to spawn in the same place. The very first egg's location is going to be right here inside of this watchtower. You're looking for something called a giant tree egg, and if one isn't there, just keep server hopping until one appears. There is also another watchtower here on the island where the egg can spawn, so be sure to just keep server hopping near the watchtowers and you're going to eventually find one, and again, you're looking for something called a giant tree egg. And inside this egg are the monsters you can find on Spirit Grove, and they're going to be really powerful at the beginning of the game. So when you start, if there are no codes that give you eggs, this is another good option to get some good monsters at the start of your journey. My next tip is going to be explaining how to progress through the different islands, as the game doesn't really tell you how to do so. Right now we're on Starter Island, and I'm going to show you how to get to the beach area because this is where you're going to need to go to get to the different islands. And if you look in the distance, you're going to see Spirit Grove, Frost Isle, there's a Volcano Island, there's Duneville Isle, and then if we look over here, there's something called Neverland. And in my opinion, the game does a really poor job of telling you which island you need to go to next. And in an update a couple weeks ago, they did add this cool sign to the beach to at least let players know to go to Volcano Island. And that's really all the direction they give you, and I don't like that because if you go from Starter Island to Volcano Island to then say Spirit Grove, which is the newest island in the game, you're going to have a very difficult time. So I am going to give you the islands and the order in which you should go to them. So once you're done on Starter Island, you're going to head to Volcano Island, which is the second island in the game. After Volcano Island, you are then going to progress to Frost Isle. Once you level up your monsters and they can take on Frost Isle, you are then going to head to the third island, which is Neverland. Once your monsters level up and get stronger, you are then going to head to Duneville Isle. After Duneville Isle, you are then going to head to Tideland. After you are done with Tideland, you are then going to end up at Spirit Grove, which is the newest island added to the game at the time of recording this video. If you progress to the next island and your team isn't strong enough, just go back to the previous island and continue to level up and get your monsters stronger. The power creep in this game is ridiculous, so just be sure to keep your team as strong as possible. The next tip I'm going to give you is to set your waypoint to Skyheart Isle. If you head to the beach of Starter Island, you're going to find a dock that has a portal that'll take you directly to Skyheart Isle. And Skyheart Isle is pretty much the central hub of the game, and you can get to any island very easily from here after you discover it first. Once you load in, you're going to turn around and talk to Levin and ask him to set your respawn point to here. And what this will allow you to do is anytime you hit the return button found on the right side of the screen, it is going to teleport you right back here to Skyheart Isle. And like I said, the huge benefit to this is there's going to be a world portal that can take you to any island you discovered in the game. So for example, you can see I'm going to teleport right here to Duneville Isle, and it's just a really easy and fast way to travel throughout the world. And doing this is going to save you a ton of time in the game. And the last tip I'm going to give you for this video is understanding the different pet ranks. We're going to open up my pet inventory, and you can see that the different monsters had different ranks. For example, this Hydrolope is an S rank, which is the highest rank in the game. And next to it, we have a Solbron that is a rank A, which is the second best rank in the game. After that, we have a B rank, then there's C rank, D rank, and then finally there is E rank, which is the weakest. And the higher the rank of the monster, the better the stats the monster's going to have. And there are some limitations with this, so for example, an E rank Hydrolope is going to be much stronger than an S rank Watoad. But if you're a new player, don't worry about that too much. I can explain that in a different video. Just understand that E rank is the weakest and S rank is the best. But that is going to be 5 beginner tips on how to catch a monster just to help you better understand the game and hopefully give you a little bit of a head start. If you have any tips for new players, be sure to leave them down in the comments below to help them out. If you're a new player and you found this video helpful, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more Catch a Monster videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.